welcome back to another audio letter slash audiobook of another newspaper clipping down on UBF. This is another one another one about Canada UBF, Winnipeg UBF, the original Winnipeg, that was created back in the early 1980s, and which was disbanded in 1991. This audiobook is entitled University of Winnipeg Bans Korean Cult Recruiters from Campus. Let me just zoom this in for you guys. So U of W stands for University of Winnipeg. University of Winnipeg bans Korean cult recruiters from campus. Cult reputation, quote unquote, mean stuff. The Winnipeg Free Press, date October 25th, 1986, by Catherine Bainbridge. Members of a group condemned for using mind-altering techniques and psychological abuse to gain converts have been banned from the University of Winnipeg campuses. The University Bible Fellowship, which came to Canada 3 years ago from Korea. So the Winnipeg UBF. Tongue twisted. The original Winnipeg UBF was created back in 1983. Was an active in Winnipeg, recruiting students at university and college campuses. The mainly female Korean missionaries, referred to as shepherds by the group, have been regularly approached students at the University of Winnipeg, a few blocks from the UBF Bible House on Sherbrooke Street. They're always around here, Caroline Krebs, president of the University of Winnipeg Students Association, said. It's rather alarming. They're in library, cafeteria, and hallways, harassing and bothering people. Krebs said the university warned UBF members several times not to recruit on campus, but eventually had to resort to banning them. University security officers have been instructed to escort UBF members caught approaching students off the campus. She said, they're always around when classes get out, she said. They are certainly very persistent. Krebs said the UBF missionaries started recruiting at the University of Winnipeg last December and continued through the summer. And even though one member was recently charged with petty trespassing and others were told they were banned in the presence of the Winnipeg police officers, they continue to recruit at the University of Winnipeg almost daily, a campus security guard said. The UBF calls itself a Christian Bible study group dedicated to campus evangelism in a pamphlet distributed by the group. But according to Gord Gipsy, spokesman for the Manabang Cult Awareness Center, the group uses classic cult techniques to recruit its members, eventually isolating them from friends, family, and society. They are very professional and well organized, Gipsy said. They are as bad as many of the others, the Moonies, the Hare Krishna, and the Scientologies. So, the Moonies, for those who don't know, they're basically, it's a nickname given to the Unification Church, which is founded by Sun Myung Moon, I believe that's his name. And so the followers of the Unification Church are known as Moonies. Alright. Krebs said Korean women usually approach young white male students while they are joined by a male when approaching a female. They seem to go after people who look socially unsure of themselves. Gipsy said youth cults tend to attract thoughtful and idealistic young people, often at a time when they are searching for meaning in their lives. That's a sad thing, he said. These cults have always had an appeal to an intelligent type of person who wants to do something about society and the way it works. He said he doesn't have detailed information on the Winnipeg group, so far the only chapter in Canada, but the psychological damage done to foreign members of the U.S. is now just being uncovered. This is possibly a reference to the Tom Brown case, which happened in Chicago UBF back in the early 80s, late 70s. It's mean stuff, and we're just starting to hear about it. Blanche Braun's head of an anti-UBF lobby group in Chicago said in a letter she sent to call awareness groups that UBF practices appear to be Christian, but many who left it, including her son, have suffered psychological problems when re-entering society, especially those who did not receive exit counseling and rehabilitation. From the outside, it appears to be very much a Christian group with Christian beliefs, she said, but they twist the scriptures to suit themselves, and their behavior and practices are abominable. According to another mother who joined the lobby group after her son was taken in UBF, the group leaders destroyed her son's self-respect using guilt and confession tactics, eventually building themselves up as saviors and gods. Pat was only there for a short time, she said, but it still took him 5 straight days to deprogram him. He got to the point where he couldn't do anything without his shepherd's permission. This is not a religious issue. This is mind control, she said. Right, so this is the end of the newspaper clipping. There'll be more coming soon. If you want to read this for yourself and look at the images, it'll be in the link in the description below. This is Eric Navas signing off.